So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Get down, get down. Blue 80. 53 is the mic.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Four down. Check. White. 93.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Monday down.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hey, Raider 2. Down. Blue 80.
A give. This is Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Four down. Alert. Check. 24.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play.
Six 94.
We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he finds Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
4 down. 36.
Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Monday down.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On the ground, it's Cook. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Double tight. You got 4. You got 4. Watch the edge.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
4 down, 4 down.
Get down, get down. Blue 80.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
Express.
Four down. Check, check.
Raider 1.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. A spin. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. The give is to Bell. And an alley to run. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, I thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Spins past it, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Detroit!
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. The 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
the 50, it's Luck. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I got it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, Luck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Leopard.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
From the gun, here's Luck. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a play fake. Carr on the move to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Get down, get down. Blue 80. White, white.
On third down, Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Hey. Down. 180. 637. Hey, Raider 2.
Shotgun now for Carr. Going up top. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. Kill.
A give to Bell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Luck on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's going to get this this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running up. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, he didn't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Get down, get down. You're wide 8-8. 6:37. 6:18. Good.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
7:34.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr, he's going to air one out. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Barthema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney.
Now Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Here's Luck now on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
7:34.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
That's what I do.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriots.
Bell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Hot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
You got 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Luck gonna throw it. He's gonna let it go deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Mike 34, Mike 34.
Hey, watch the slant.
Check motion, motion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long. It's Locke. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense,
All right, now,
find the
lucky 56.
holes where guys are
Lucky 56.
available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Giving 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
They get it to him running left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Get set. Blue 80. 3-3. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98. You got 56 there.
26, check 26.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Lions, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.